Hi, it's me, Brad, and today I'm going to show you how to make a brick image, a tile brick image in JWildfire, and then use that image as part of a fractal using post color map. So here is an example of a tiled brick image. So I'm going to minimize that. Go ahead and start up JWildfire. And new from scratch. And a couple things before we get going is to make a good tile brick, you want your image to be uh, somewhat small in size and square. So first I'm going to pick a resolution of 350 by 350, which makes it a square image. And also it helps to have post symmetry. And for this, I'm going to use point and change this to 4. So then just going to select a few things here. Let's start with a Julian. Change our gradient. Let's try duplicating that. And you want it to fill as much as you can of the square, but not go over it. So we do something like this. See how the lines here are going over the image? We really don't want that. But if we go something like this, change the colors a little bit. Up the brightness. Maybe we can even rotate it. And zoom in just a little bit. We get right at the edge. That should work good. So once we have our fractal you want, you get just go up, make sure. Oh, and also you really don't need to have high quality. We're just going to do a low quality again at a square small image, 350. And if you don't have 350 or something like that, you can click on this button here and you can do a new and change the resolutions to whatever you want it to be and hit apply, and then you have those new resolutions. So if we render it, I'm just going to name it test. Oh, what the heck, just test. Okay, so here we have our image that JWildfire automatically opens for you right here. I'm actually going to minimize the flame fractal window so you can see the image here. Then we go to Windows, Operators, and then click on the Create Image tab. And then scroll down here to where it says Tilebrick Creator. Then in order for us to use this image in here, we can use this here, brick image. This is telling you what image to use. So you double click, and here it will list the image that's over here. So it's test PNG. And you can also select the sizes you want here. I'm going to go with 800 by 600. Or you can also input manually if you wish. And just with the default parameters, I'm going to hit create. Now you see it has created a tiled brick image. I actually like mine to be in more of a grid, so I want them all in a row. So we can change that by going here to brick shift, and for some reason for this operator it does not like to use 0 for a number, but what we can do is type 1. And if you hit create, now it's more of in a grid type fashion. And then you will also notice how it has changed the colors. If you want the same color, you go here, where it says for the variances of the color, just hit 1, 1, 1, hit create. Now you see it has the same color for all of the little tiles. And you can also change the size of it. Which made it a little bit smaller here. And also this seed and probability will affect if you have the shift at like a default value. It just changes how the tiles are arranged. So feel free to play around with those two. For this tutorial, I'm not going to mess with that. So this is the image that I want to use right here. So once you get the image that you want, go up to File, Save, and make sure that you have clicked on the image that you want to save, because like when you create something, if you go to File now, it won't be able to find the image. You need to make sure that you are actually clicked on the image that you want to save. And I'm going to save it as test 1. check our pictures, and here's the image. So then if you go back to JWildfire, you can go ahead and close out these windows. And down here we will maximize the flame fractal window. We create new from scratch, and that's it for banner size. And now we're going to add that image as a color map. So we hit add, and for working with color maps, I like to use square. And the reason for that is, for me, I find that it works as a good canvas for the color map. But of course, you can use post color map with any variation you want. So with square selected, you go to post, color map. You can see it over here. And it has this default image that it uses. And we change that by clicking on the gear symbol here. And then we can find our image. Our test one. Open. Going to increase the colors. And I have post transform selected. So if I scale up, you can see our image here. I guess I probably should have used a different color there. Hopefully you are able to see it okay. And then just add a little bit of movement to it. Going to use a post curl. Change it up some. And then now you can use this however you want. But now you see that if you use a new variation, that variation is using the colors from the palette, but if you want it from your gradient of from the colors of the image, you'll want to hit color and come down here to speed and set it all the way to 1. And now you see it has basically the same colors. Man, that's really dull. Now you can see it. Now you can see that it has primarily the colors of our original image. You can also change that some by adjusting the gradient. And then let's say you just want this, but you don't want the original, if you have square selected, you can hide it. And you may also have to adjust the chaos for it. So like the second one, we don't want it coming from it. Then if you render it, wait a little bit. For a quick render, that looks good. Save it. And there we go. And that is how you use a tiled image as a post color map in JWildfire. If you have any questions, please let me know. For now, this is Brad. See you later.